much long bias this morning above that gold line. That's the pivot. It's kind of similar like last night. The like I said, sorry about that, guys. Had the volume turned down. Like I said, still like the longs if we stay above the pivot here. Now for early morning trade, we could kind of keep this higher low thing because this previous 4 hour candle, the start of this 4 hour candle already ran the previous 4 hour candle. So my bias is up to the upside this morning. So what we can do is kind of pull fib on this total leg and just see if we kind of pull back into the golden pocket area, which would be that 60 to 70%. So if this area kind of holds at the opening, I'm definitely going to be looking for a move to the upside this morning. And we have the midnight candle. That's usually kind of a retracement target in the New York session. You know, nothing's 100%, but most mornings we do run back up to that midnight candle where we opened at overnight. And that's all the way back up at the 800. So, I mean, could get a pretty wild move to the upside today. All right, next thing we need to do is check and see if we have any news coming this morning because we do not want to be caught in a trade if we're going to have some three-star news this morning, guys. So if you're looking for a place to get news at, you can go to multiple places. I use the investment.com and you also have Red Folder. Red Folder is pretty good too. All right, so don't look like we have to really worry about any three-star news today. We can also look at tomorrow. So sometimes the next day news can kind of affect the trading session of today. So is this non-farm payroll week? This is the ADP. So a lot of times it's like pre uh, non-farm payroll. So let's look at Friday. That's Wednesday, Thursday. Core retail. Yep. So this is non-farm payroll week, guys. See if we can break above back above this 500 here. This is a eval only here too. Like I said, my bias is to the upside today. I'm hoping this candle doesn't get too much bigger because it's already 30 points. So right now for our funded trade, that would give us about a 15-point stop loss. Looks like we're about to get stopped down on our runner here. All right, let's find something to listen to. This is a eval too, guys. This is not a funded account. Once the market opens, we'll look for our funded trade this morning. Do we get, we're looking for another, what? Runner may get stopped out here. And we're just kind of right below that pivot there. That gold line you see, that's a pivot. So that's why you keep seeing all that reaction there. We're at a pivot in the previous day low. So this is why I'm kind of bullish if we stay above the previous day low in this pivot here. All right, runner got stopped out. All right, no more trades until after we open. We'll get our funded stuff set up real quick, and this way we can prepare for that for the opening. We were thinking maybe we get a little breakout pre-market, but nothing. It just kind of died off here. Did everybody have an okay trading session last night? We didn't do too bad in the overnight session. We were up around $200 the time we got off last night in the overnight session in our eval. We didn't get to trade the opening tomorrow because we had to have a quick errand. So, like I said, I really don't want to see this 15-minute opening candle be too massive. It looks like right now we're already pushing about 40 points. 40 points is probably about the max that I like, because that means you got to have roughly a 20-point stop loss if you're taking the breakout on the 15 minutes. To me, the setup I like is I would like for us to push down and have that nice big wick come back through and get long on the top of the 15 minutes. That's the setup I would like to see this morning. Because like I said, this 4-hour candle already ran this previous 4-hour candle. So most of the time, if that's the case, you will continue higher. I'm hoping this 4-hour candle can continue higher here. Oh, sorry. And we got like a big, nice, just 5-minute trend line build up here. And if you just kind of pull it overall in your 4 hours, so we're making higher lows. So hopefully, since we sold off all night, we'll get the move back up this morning. And my final target's going to be, if we do continue to move higher, is going to be up there at 811. I really haven't looked for any targets to the downside yet. Let's see if we do. Let's just say that, hey, we don't move back up. Let's just see what we can look for to the downside. Man, I got to add stuff to my chart. We don't go back far enough. We do have some lows at the 500s that we haven't, looks like we haven't revisited. So, and that next pivot is all the way down at 244. So could, I guess that would be your kind of your down to the bottom target if for some reason we're pushing down this morning. I guess it depends on your bias for the day. Still got about 15 more minutes left before the market opens. I got a tab up somewhere. I keep hearing background noise. I'm trying to get rid of. I can't find it. What's up, Fish Lips? How are you doing today? For some reason, my chat's not popping up today. Do I got the right chat open? Huh. Yeah, I know. I was looking to the downside if we couldn't push back up this morning, because I was leaning to the upside, but I was kind of looking for one of those like wicks to the downside for a pop back up through this morning. I gotta find this. I got a tab open and I can't find it to close it. Oh, there it is. I was like, where the hell is that thing? Okay. All right. Got that closed. I was like, man, I had a tab up and I was like, man, I need to get rid of that because that's driving me insane. $24,500 wall. Yeah. I tried to take that long a few times on my eval while ago of fish lips and we just couldn't break above it. I hate whenever I miss trades. I feel like it messes up my like overall week. That way, if I do have that red day, I just feel like it messes it up. So I only got 4 trading days for my funded today or this week. So fish lips, that last retest of the 67. You remember me bringing up that 67 pretty much multiple times last night? I was like, man, this is the bull bear line. If 67 can pop, you should push. But if it holds, man, that 67 was the last push last night before I got off, and it sold off all night. And that was the 67 pivot up there that we were trading off of last night. Hopefully we don't have one of these deals where it just rips straight up and it doesn't offer entry. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, let me make sure I got my stuff set up. We're just looking for. So the way we're trading our fundeds, we're only trying to make $100 plus on each funded. So I'm only looking for 120 today. That means I'm looking for 2 micros at 60 points or 60 ticks, which is 15 points, and 30 points for the runner. And we're also going to be risking 100. It's like a 1-for-1 basically. So usually if I hit like 10 points, I think my stuff goes to break even. Let me make sure that's on. Yeah, for most part. So hopefully over the next 2 weeks, we can get to another account to pay out. We would just need 9 wins at that price to get $1,000 payout for my next account. Then, depending on price action later this morning, we'd like to find a elusive trade, but I think we're going to go down to just looking for 10 points on it, looking for 10 points and runners on the elusive, because you only got to make $1,000 on those accounts since it's a 50K. So you don't want to be going too heavy or having to risk a lot to make that. And we started a Take Profit Trader account today also. Since since we passed our elusive, so I said after we passed our elusive, we got our elusive to the funded. Now we're going to work on Take Profit Trader and see if we can get one of their accounts to funded. So the 2 evals we're working on is going to be Bulanox and Take Profit Trader. We're still working on getting to that 10 funded accounts with Bulanox. See, it could be one of these deals too. Let's just say we cannot break back about 500 and we hit the 50% of this previously hourly candle, then start moving to the downside. The shorts may not look too bad this morning, especially if we get back below 83 and the previous day low at 77. For anybody that likes to trade off of the previous, levels, I like trading off support and resistant levels and in between hold numbers. For anybody that's new here. Oh, we're already making a push. Here's that 50%. We will mark that out because that's usually a pretty important little line for the previous hourly candle. So this means that we could possibly open up outside of the 15-minute range this morning. We're already kind of making a push. I'm not a big fan of us when we make this push, but like I said, I was very bullish this morning. So this was kind of that long we thought we could get on this candle over here, and we kept bouncing off the previous day low. You could have used that previous day low as your support level as far as as long as it doesn't break 77, you should be good. So if we open out, the only thing we can do is just basically wait for the push back in, then the continuation to the upside, if that's going to be our move. I do like it to the upside. I like for us to kind of run back up and retest this pivot up at the 600s. For the midnight candle, for some reason the market likes going back to that midnight candle, and that's all the way back up at the 800s. Let me get my TikTok chart up here, because if I don't keep an eye on TikTok, they will close my stuff down in a heartbeat, guys. So we still got about 7 minutes left. And everything's kind of crossing over on our Rico candles. You're entered at that 460. Nice. Nice long. Oh, wait. Does that mean you're short? You entered at 460 anticipating a swing to the 366. Oh, okay. So, like I said, my bias is this level here. So, which way we go, if we stay below the previous day low, we're going to be looking for shorts. If we stay above the previous day low in that pivot, we're going to be looking for longs. Pretty simple. The only way we don't get in this trade here, this one of these deals where it just goes straight to the moon and there's nothing we can do. We're trading the MNQ every day. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Let me put it in the chat for you. MNQ 5 minutes on NinjaTrader. There you go. That is pretty much everything with the charts. So MNQ 5 minutes on NinjaTrader. Yeah, no crazy news. This is also non-farm payroll week, and I'm hoping that we just don't get choppy mess. I feel like Thursday is going to be the day that you need to be careful with the day before non-farm payroll. Three minutes. All right, so if you kind of pull fib on the low of this leg, and the leg that we're currently in now is at the 40, this would be a really nice pullback for us to retest the 500s and look for a bounce out of that. So 50 to 60% back down at the 500 on top of all of these candles right here. So that would make a really nice wall for the 500s. Do you see a funded account? Oh, yeah. That is our first trade every morning, every day. That's what we're looking for this morning. It's going to be for about a little over 2 years, GBTC. Yeah, our very first trade is going to be a funded account. Actually, I need to make sure it's on there. It is. It's on there. We have funded accounts with 3 different prop firms: Luciv, Bulinox, and Apex. And I just started a Take Profit Trader account today. I won't be trading my Apex fundeds no more on stream because they took away everybody's discount code if you are a smaller affiliate. So I will no longer be pushing Apex. So I won't trade them on the stream no more. So even if I do take a trade with them, I'll just say a funded trade. Nice. Come on. I want to see the push back down in the pop here, guys. I'm trying to get an account ready here just in case we get the trade that we like. I'm going to put it way up here because I don't want to get tagged in if I don't like it. So I usually just kind of drag it down. $20 seconds left. Oh, don't push now here, guy. 10 seconds. If it pumps it open, we'll just have to sit here and just wait, guys, unfortunately. Come on, get back in there. Oh, shoot. Doesn't look like it's going to give us the pullback here, guys. All right, we had to take that off. Ooh, straight up here. All right. Just going to have to be patient. A lot of room to the upside to go, guys. So, like I said, we've been long bias here. This is... It's got to be patient and wait. Remember, you don't want to be jumping in on these 5-minute candles, guys. You want to make sure they're printed nice, strong, because if you jump in on the height of these 5-minute candles, you can get those crazy, insane pullbacks. Nasty. That's almost a 50-point pullback on that wick. Got 2 minutes left for this 5-minute candle to print. Still a minute left on the candle. So far, it's a very ugly looking 5-minute candle. Really need to see some momentum here and push back up there and fill in this candle. I'm from Georgia, but we live in Arkansas. All right, so this is going to be a nasty looking 5-minute candle where it's basically all wick. So unfortunately, there's just no way for me to take this because this is not going to be a very clean setup. You really need to see a full 5-minute candle if you're going to take that second 5-minute candle. This thing's already pushed back 60 points. Oh my goodness, man. This is insane. Woo! Dirty. That was a dirty, dirty candle, guys. 100-point wick. Oh, my goodness. Let's see if we push out the bottom of the 15 minutes here. Oh, that was dirty. That was so dirty. Oh, goodness. This is what you were waiting for? Yeah, that was a dirty 100-point wick, man. That was just insane. That's how you get wrecked jumping in on those 5-minute candles, man. Sometimes you just got to be patient and wait for those 5-minute candles to print. That's crazy that the Bears pushed it all the way back down and now the Bulls are trying to push it back up. Like, come on. Let's move on down lower. I want to see us break out to the other side of that 15-minute candle. Basically back below the previous day low in that pivot. Oh, that's some dirty action there, guys. Dirty, dirty, dirty. I do like the longs back above the 30s. Man, do we try to enter on my Rico candles over here? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with the 30s. I can't consider a long unless we move back above these 30s because that's a pivot there. So you don't want to be trying to mess around with the old pivot there. You want to make sure you get above that. I need that 30 to hold. There we go. Got above that pivot. Remember I said no longs unless you get above that pivot. The runner got trashed on. All right, I still think we can get another entry here. If we can hold this, I probably won't take it on fundeds. I may take this on my take profit trader though. I'm looking for a long if the 30s hold here. I think 30 is your key line in the sand here. I might have just didn't have enough room for my runner. Don't want to lose 30s. Gotta stay above the 30s here for the longs. About to have a new candle here. Got 20 seconds left. It's just 15 points. So usually I'm looking for like 120 bucks on the fundeds. Dude, this is dirty right here. Woo, this thing is just trashing people. Yeah, we try to take our first 15 points real quick on our fundeds every day, then go to break even around our entry. And either we'll get our runner or we don't. And today we didn't get the runner. So we're going to miss out on like an extra $60 to get us over that $120 price target. I'm trading 25Ks every day. So you got to think, I only need to make $1,500. Or this account that I may try to take a trade on in a little bit, I only got to make $1,000 to get the payout. MNQ gameplay. So unfortunately, we only got half of our profit this morning, which is the 60 bucks. We didn't get the other 60 bucks to get our 120 on our funded. But even with this account, I only got to make $1,000. Now I only got to make what I got to get to 2,600s, and we're already at what 26,562. So we're about $900 away from a $1,000 payout. Then once they take this money out, we'll be another $1,000 from payout with that account too. So like I said, I don't have to make a lot on these accounts. So that's why we keep it small. There's just no reason for me to over leverage on my funded accounts. But everybody has their own, take profit and risk management. I think, that's a little bit different for everybody. That's just what I do. I'm not over here swinging for fence plays. And I try to only trade my funded accounts on stream. So yesterday I didn't get to trade my funded accounts because I didn't stream yesterday morning because I had something I had to do. And so I unfortunately had to miss a day yesterday. So, and today looks like it's not going to be a very profitable day either on the one funded. Because it's almost like a one and done. I try to do it where I just take one trade. It's either going to be a winner, break even, partial profit, or full profit. And today it's just going to be a partial profit. Is it true your funded accounts closes your account if you make too much money? No, every day. It really depends on who you're trading with. Most of the prop firms have consistency rules. So the prop firm that I just took the trade on, which is Bulanox, they have a 50% or 40% consistency rule. So you would go 40% of $1,500, which is like $500 or $600. And that doesn't affect me because I don't ever swing for the fences on my account. So that's not a big deal for me. Now with Take Profit Trader, with their accounts, they have no consistency rules. So you could put the boys on the table and, you know, either going to blow it or you're going to make big time money. And that's what I'm getting ready to start today. I'm going to, hopefully, if we can find one more funded account with this elusive account, I'm going to switch over to evals for the rest of the morning. It's almost like, are we making another run for this? I'm definitely not going to take a short into the 500s, guys. That 500 has been a freaking wall. So either on the bottom side, it's been holding up, and on the top side. So you do not want to take trades to all this hour of consolidation. So I'm just going to sit here and watch this. There's just no way I can feel comfortable shorting this into the whole number here. So far this morning, price action has been kind of tough, guys. I mean, we're just basically running back and forth. I mean, look at this insane stuff back off the 25. Nice long fish lips if you took the long off the 25, man. See, I'm keep getting delays, man. That's the only thing I hate about this account, dude. Come on, don't give me the delays. Nice. Whoop, whoop. That was a real quick. It's hard to call out those plays because they're super aggressive. So what I'm looking at, remember how I say I never take plays into the 90s. So what I did is I waited for it to hit the 90, pull back, retest the 75 area, then take the trade in between whole numbers. Because most time if you hit the 90, you pull back into the 70s to the 60s. And when you blast back up through, I get long a lot of times. So I don't usually do that on my funded accounts, but I like the momentum over here on my Rico candles. And I did take that on Rico candles. Right now it's just a lot easier to read my Rico candles than it is to read the 5-minute charts. So if you look at my Rico candles, this candle, I want to say it was this one here. We hit it, pull back into our EMAs, then real quick pop. All right, so that was $100 on the elusive, so not too bad. So now we're going to look for a take profit trader. So that may be my last funded trade for today. So we traded the Bulanox and traded the elusive fundeds. This price action is super tough, guys. So I don't know how much we're going to get those huge breakout runners where we're getting those 40 and 50 points. So I change up my strategy every day depending on what the market offers. So if the market's in seek and destroy mode, I'll go to looking for 10 points with the runners, where most of the day your runners are going to get stopped out. And that's kind of what's going on today. Most of all your runners are just getting trashed on. Believe it or not, you'll be surprised how much I miss out on profit because I'm looking for those bigger runners instead of those quick like 10 points, and my runners just get smashed. Yeah, that's why we're kind of over here looking just for a quick 10 points on the Rico Candles server, because there's just no way to trade the 5-minute candles with 80-point stop loss, because I can't play with that big of a stop loss. I mean, I guess if you go in with 1 micro, you could probably get away with it with my counts, but not trading 3 micros. You got to think 80 points, $6 times 80. I mean, that's a lot for a 25K account. Don't sound like a lot, but it is. That's $480 if you had to have your stop loss where it needed to be. Now, I do like the shorts. If we get back below the previous day low here, I'd want to see us to push down and do a little wick retest into the previous day on the shorts. But this right here, this is pretty risky to take a trade into the 500 without some kind of resistance. So every day, going back to your question about the funded accounts, but let's just say you were trading with a prop firm that only says you're allowed to get a 40%. And if you go over consistency, what that means is you got to make more money when getting your payout. Guys, I'm not even going to touch the short unless we can find some kind of support under the 80s and 70s. I'm not going to battle all these candles here. It's not that I don't like the shorts. It's just I don't care to trade into the previous day low at the 77s. And there's a big pivot sitting there also at 82. Sounds like Methodical Man was over there trying to battle those pivots in the previous day low. I think it could make its way through. I just know it's not going to be that first nice clean hit. It's just going to be a lot of back and forth. Dude, that was a 40-point rip back up. It doesn't look like it. Actually, that was almost a 50-point. We pushed all the way to 90. We're all the way back up to 40. I mean, a 50-point just ripper. Fish Lips, are you killing? You have to be just massacring it today off these whole numbers, man. All right, that was a 70 push. Let's see if it's going to hold up here. Woo, look at this thing just ripping people on both sides, man. This thing ripped up to the 70s, all the way back to the 25s. I mean, just 25, 30-point rips. Man, I knew you were probably destroying it today, Fish Lips, because we've been banging the crap out of these whole numbers. Now this may be the push back down. Maybe they had to pull back up there and get some liquidity for us to push back down. I'm trying to sit on the sidelines for a few minutes. We already taken 2 funded trades, so we're trying to wait for the market to kind of get a little bit more structure to it, because these are just ugly 5-minute candles that are barcoding sideways at 80 points large. So actually bigger than that. Some of these candles are 100 points, 120 points. These is what you call account blowers. These type of candles right here will blow your account so fast, especially if you're not playing with a stop loss. I mean, it will just wreck your day. These are what I like to call the micro candles. You try to catch a low on a micro. Oh, almost made a mistake. Woo! I was still on my elusive account. All right, here we are so far on the accounts. Like I said, we only got partial credit on our funded account, $60, $100 on the elusive fundeds, and this was the money from last night. So, and I lost a little bit. Remember that trade I was in pre-market? We were around $200 and we lost $60 on that one trade that I was trying to time that breakout, and we didn't get it. So that's where we're at on the account so far. And I'm hoping tomorrow I get my other funded account back from Bulanock. So hopefully they'll take the money out today, and tomorrow I can start trading it again. About to have a new 5-minute candle here. It's not a very pretty 5-minute candle either. Even looking at the Rico candles, guys, we're pretty much just trading sideways. And this might be our non-farm payroll type of price action we get this week, guys. So we have non-farm payroll this Friday. Is there anybody in a position right now? Is anybody trapped in a long, short, or looking for a entry somewhere? Or is everybody kind of sitting on the sideline? Time to put on some music, jam out for a minute, and let the market hopefully get some structure built here. That's one thing about your short. Nice on the short from the 550. Let's go, Chris. What target you looking for? Looking for longs. This is the bottom. You thinking this is the bottom? Like I said, I'm not short bias until we break the 77s and previous day low. I'm not taking shorts into the previous day low. The 15-minute count is 150-point wick. I bet it is. Oh, shoot. All right, let's go. Let's get Chris that 490 down there. Are you at least at break even, Chris? I mean, you're already up 30, 40 points or 30 points. Are you at least break even just in case it whips you back up? Not yet. All right. You should get this, man. You're 10 points away. That's looking pretty strong. Come on. That's looking like a pretty nice, strong 5-minute candle here. Come on, 5 minutes. Let's get through the previous day low so we can start moving to the downside. Woohoo! Nice going, Chris, on your short, man. All right, here's the line in the sand, guys. Pivot, previous day low, with a lot of consolidation here for what, a whole hour. So this is definitely going to be a battle to get through these levels here. So the bears have got to step up. We got to push. We need to print below that previous day low here. Oh, nasty rejection off of that, man. Nasty. This is why we are not going to take a short into this. You got to get below these levels here. Maybe a second push may get us. We need to be on the bottom side. I want to see a 50 touch and a retest of like the 75. Woo, wow, dude. Nasty 60-point ripper off the previous day low. Holy crap. Woo. Oh. Dude, almost a 90-point ripper. Holy goodness. I didn't have the boys to take that entry. I just know there's just no way I'm taking a short into 580. I mean, that is so dangerous. Woo, hopefully you guys didn't make that mistake and take a short into that. Look at this thing ripped up. 90 points, and now it's going to come back down. Woo, nasty, nasty price action, guys. Goodness. Ooh. Maybe this will be the push through right here. Maybe that big wick will push down and push back down below the previous day low here. Man, what a nasty looking 5-minute candle, guys. I mean, that right there, man. Oh, Matt, dude, this price action's tough. I can imagine what I'm on 5 minutes and it looks tough. I can't imagine what some of the lower looks like. And even I think Fish Lip says that 15-minute looks like a 120-point stick. Man, I feel like if we can get below the 70s here, we should start pushing. We just got to get below these 77s here. You want to see a push down to the 60s and 50s with a retest. Nope. Another rejection. Previous day low pivot. Oh, I thought that was going to blast it right there. I thought that was going to be the blast. It did that quick whip back 20, 30 points and woo, come on. I can go for a downtown type move today, Maddie. We just got to get through the 77s and the 80s here, man. We got to print below these levels what they wick back into it, and I will short for my eval here on the Take Profit Trader. But whenever the market's like this, guys, I only will take my entries most of the time on new candles or Rico candles if I'm taking it off the 5 minutes. Because when the 5 minutes doing this will just wreck your day so quick that you just won't be able to handle the stop loss. So I like new candles. If I'm looking for a short, I like to see it wick back into the level that I'm trying to short off of. So we got 45 seconds left. So when this prints in 30 seconds, I want to see it wick back into the 77s and the 80s and hold, then look for a short back to the downside for myself. And this way I can control where my stop loss needs to be. So this is already turning into garbage. Man, come on. Nope, it's not looking very pretty. Yeah, see, there's just no way for me to take that normally. Yeah, I was hoping that this would have more of a body on it, but once I saw it push back up and there was no body on this 5 minute candle, I already knew I wasn't going to take it because what I look for in this type of price action, I wanted to see the body close right here and I wanted to see the wick push up into this, then kind of get my entry as it's coming back down. Blast. Dude. Maybe it prints right here. Oh, dude, this price action's garbage. I'm done. I'm glad I'm done with my funded accounts. Hands off the mouse. Hands off the mouse. Oh. I mean, my Rico candles are about to get a print here, but man, I just don't know. Nope. Holy goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Come on. John Smith, man, I don't mind you putting stuff in the lobby, man. Just try not to spam the lobby if you want to put your advertisement in there. The reason I say that is like sometimes I miss people's messages, like if it's the same message over and over. But it doesn't bother me that you want to put stuff in here, though, if you want to. Ooh, come on. We're back at that magic level of the... You burnt two funded accounts. Dude, I don't even know how you barely found entries in this mess, Nix. This price action's insane right now. We did take two funded trades. Last night. Okay. I can't trade my funders at night, dude. I wouldn't do well. If you ever notice how sometimes I get myself in bad positions at night, so this is why I repeat this to you guys when I'm trading at night. I am not that great at nighttime price action. I still struggle with it a little bit. This is why I repeat this to you guys if you're here watching, because I've only been trading the Asia market consistently since about the end of November. I've only ever really been trading New York session for the last couple years. New York, hey, we're here every day looking at this price action. We're used to the candle price action we get, the, whatever's going on in the early morning stuff. But man, when it comes to the nighttime stuff, some nights I can like bang it, go like 6 for 6, no losses. Then they're just nice. It seems like every trade I take, I'm buying the top or the bottom. So I never feel comfortable trading my fundeds in the nighttime price action. Dude, when this thing dumps or goes up, it's going to go up or dump so fast that you're not going to be able to catch the entry. And that's just, I feel like that's what we're building up to. Who did you blow your accounts with, Nick? Trust me, I haven't made very much off of my accounts today. We're only up $60. We didn't get the full 120, and we grabbed a quick $100 on our elusive account. Oh, you only trade elusive? Okay. I just took my very first trade on my elusive fund today for $100. Because, we only got to make $1,000 to get that $500 payout. Maybe. Did we just break? So I'm hoping over the next 2 weeks we can get a couple accounts to pay out. If I can have a fairly decent next 2 weeks where we can make $60 to $120, we should get multiple accounts to pay out. So that's kind of what's going to be my goal the next couple weeks. My eyes, I feel like I've been on the struggle bus, so I'm trying to get used to wearing these blue light glasses because now I see why people's eyesights go bad from staring at computer screens all the time. Here's the 50 test. Starting to look a little... we're on eval now, guys, so oh no, I'm trying to stay below that 25. Oh shit, it got me. That was so dirty of itself. Dirty, guys. Dirty. I thought we were going to get that 50 breakout right there. Oh, one trade took you out, dude. Yeah, that's the worst. Be careful if you're shorting into that pivot and previous day low, guys. Suggest going to the 1500. So trappy. Yeah, we just took a loss on the take profit trader. But we're red on the fundeds. So we're on evals at the moment because price action is just kind of garbage. So we're going to probably be on evals the rest of the day. Maybe this is the dump here. All right, so maybe we can finally get that short here. There's your 50 touch. $422. son. There comes the sell-off. Like I said, with this type of price action, guys, it's really hard to jump into this without anticipating a nasty pullback here. Oh, nice. If you already taken 2 payouts, man. The 422 level. All right. Man, we just missed this whole thing down. All right, now we would have to wait for a possible 400 bounce. Yeah, my entry should have been at that 430 area. Wow, we've missing this whole thing all the way down, man. I don't see how we don't run these lows here at the 370s. $85. After the crazy price action that we had this morning, it makes it very tough to enter some of these because you just have that visual effect of just wicking back and forth. So just trying to be careful here. Maybe this will finally give us an entry here. Dude, we're going to get ripped twice on this thing. Runner got stopped out. I was trying to catch a quick 30 points. I took mine off the Rico candles once it retested that 400s. I was trying to grab these 70s, and unfortunately, I didn't have a big enough stop loss for the 70s, and there it goes. Nice if you took the 70 target. I didn't see how we could not have run that 70s, guys. I mean, the 70s was just right there. Not, well, at least you were able to stay in it, man. It got my runner. I got my first 10 points, but the runner got me. I feel like we got more room to the downside. You probably could have entered me. That was another entry for me. I just didn't enter. I gotta have to wait until before we hit that 50 target before I can consider anything. I'm just waiting for the 50 to get hit first before we see what happens with that 50 level. Remember, I try to stay away from whole number entries, guys. I'm trying to still find one more take profit trader because since I lost one, that last win just pretty much just got back some of the losses I lost a while ago. So I would have to have another trade to kind of get in the green on the take profit trader. We're trying to see if we can find another little 10-point trade with the runner here. Here's our 50 touch. I'm about to have a new 5-minute candle. ES is 10 points away from a pivot. Easily can get a push back into the 90s here, which I guess we did hit the 90s on that one. Wow, what a blast back to the top side. Watch out for that 420 hit, guys. You're going to probably run into some resistance at 420. This could go all the way back up to that pivot. Yeah. Man, these squeeze have been insane today, guys. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a play at levels type of trading day. Dude, this thing just pushed back up. Freaking. I mean, it looks like we're moving back down. Sorry, a little focused on the charts at the moment. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle here. Still very tricky to enter. If we enter, guys, it's like I said, eval only. Dude, don't one tick me here. Okay, I was about to say. Runner may get stopped, guys. Like I said, runners today are very tough to get trades. Yep. Damn it. Oh, come on, runner. We were trying to target that previous day low up there at the 77s along with that pivot on the runner. That was taking off my Rico candles. All right. So this is what I was looking at on the Ricos. We pushed up, pushed back down. We couldn't really break this low. Then once we printed this candle was where I got long, kind of at this consolidation period. That's why a lot of times you'll see my 10 points just hit right away. And they're really hard to call those type breakout trades because of the delay that's on YouTube. Come on. All right, so what did you say, Nick? Yeah, I need to more aggressive. My fund is. I was so tired. Oh, nice. There's nothing wrong with $500 payouts, man. Money's money. Shoot, I say take whatever money you can and make another. At least take the first 500, then the next time try to make 1,000. At least that way you got your account paid for plus a little bit of profit. I mean, I don't see how we don't go to the 77s. Well, at least we got back in the green on that trade. It took 2 trades to get us back in the green because, like I said, we lost that first take profit trader trade. We're only up $96 because like I said, we had to make up for that loss that we had a while ago. I'm just sitting on the sidelines at the moment and wait and see what happens at that pivot. Maybe we can find a short off of that pivot. I don't see how we don't bounce out of that. I didn't look and see what this total move is right here as far as it goes with the there she goes. Nice if you're able to stay in that. Yeah, that was pretty obvious that we were going up there to those 70s, guys. That previous low retest. We're trying to do a little backdoor off of that 77 there. I don't know if we get through this or not. Yeah. I know. I'm kind of thinking that we get stopped here to move back down. I'm not going to long into, I mean, I wouldn't long no more than 20 points into that previous day low. I was hoping it would push a little bit more up into that previous day close. Uh, 5 minute, Ricky. Wow, look at the rejection off that freaking 72. That was the 10 seconds left. Damn, this thing's just ripping people, isn't it? A lot of consolidation here on my one charts here. We're just 2 micros. Man, we might get burned on my 2 micros. Might have hopped in a little too late. Ah, damn. Oh, that took away our profit. Back down to negative 13 bucks. We're on an eval, guys, so we are going to be a little bit more aggressive. Like I said, 13 bucks. Maybe. I thought we'd get another retest of those 77s up there. This is the 1 to 5 minutes. So far, a lot of back and forth with my take profit eval today. I thought we could get the longs back up to the... A lot of times we like to retest those pivots. Remember, guys, I am on an eval, so please don't be following eval trades with your funded accounts because, like I said, they're more aggressive trades. Here's the 400. Don't get ripped twice on this. Runner looks like it's about to get stopped out again. Nice D-ball. Damn it, runner got busted again. All right, we're going to go back in with 2 micros. That's pretty wild, D-ball, or D-ball win. Ball win on that 950 day. Dude, the reversals are just so insane today. That got us back up to basically 65 or 50 bucks at the moment. So far, a lot of back and forth on this new eval. What time is it? Almost 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Overall, we're still green, but like I said, we've been kind of going back and forth with this eval. Take a loss, take a win. Take a loss, take a win. And it's just my eval here. So this is why we're being a little on the aggressive side. Very, very tough price action. Two micros. Ah, 75. It could go back up here. $75, we could go all the way back up to the 400. Come on, Junior. Damn it. Not looking pretty on the runner again. I thought we would run that low first, or that 70, before we started pushing back up. We pretty much bounced off that 75. Come on. Oh, not looking good. Come on, quit battling the 90s. Leave the whole number alone. No. Son oh, son of a B, man. I swear. What the heck, man? Look at this. This thing's just wrecking. Holy goodness, man. Oh, you got to have that stop loss in. That sucks. That took away $50 of my profit. We were over the $100 again, so I was trying to get over the $100. That's why we were trying to hit that 70 mark. Dude, what is the dealio here, guys? Oof. I don't know if I have it in me again to short the 400s, guys. Look at that. They just... Wow. Ugh. Lucif has a bad car. Oh, goodness. We're scalping the crap out of our 10 points, man. We're killing it on the 10-point trades. It's just our runners are just getting stopped out nonstop. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle. Looks like a nice bear flat, bull flag too. Like someone was saying, yeah, you can see the... Sounds good, Nick. About to have a new 5-minute candle. Yeah, fish lips has been on beast mode today. We're back to 2 micro trades here, so. All right, that's all we wanted. We just wanted our 2 little micro trade. Oh, did I only go in with 1? I think I did. We did get over $100. My goal was to make $100 today, so we may even stop there. We're just kind of knocking out the little 10-point trades. We can go back to try trading this eval right here. I think we'll do that and put this count away. Oh yeah, this has been some crazy price action today, Outer. It's turned into just 10-point scalping, basically, is all I've been getting. I haven't able to got one runner yet. Everything's just been getting wrecked. So, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it, but we are green. We didn't really take very good funded trades today. Our funded trades were very small. So we only made $60 on our one funded, because remember how I said that's just a one and done. The elusive, we made $100, and the evals 134 from last night because we lost 60. We were at 200. And this account here is the one I've been going back and forth. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. It's been that type of price action for me. Nice. You got filled at 35 for the long or short, Nix? Well, you at least got your 10 points if you did get, I'm not sure what kind of profit that you look for. Thank you guys for the likes and follows today. For the longs, you almost really, if you want to look for a better long, you got to get through the 77.80s here. And there's your previous day low. There's your pivot. If we push above that pivot and get a little hold above this level, we will possibly long here. 20 seconds left. Oh no, it's not. Oh, don't take off without me. Trying to wait for this next candle to print. Yep, it blasted through the pivots like nobody's business, man. 13 seconds left. Four seconds left. Remember, we could easily get a pullback to the 400s here too. So this thing pulls back to this pivot and retest, I will add in. We're just in one runner. We already got our 10 points. Yeah, I'm looking for a retest of the pivot. If it pulls back and retests that pivot with my 1 micro, we're going to add. Was hoping for a better entry on that pivot entry. I was hoping that the candle was going to close right there at the 500, do a little retest on that big gold line, then rip. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. We're targeting the next pivot up. Time is it 10? Oh, Outer said he got. I'm sorry, Outer. I missed your message where it said you got stopped out there. Oh, this price action has been very brutal today, guys. This thing is like, this is a, I'm going to take your funded account day, eval day. Like, it's just one of those days. This price action has been super tough. This is why most of all my trades have been pretty much 3 micros, just because even 3 micro loss at 20, 30 points is like 150 bucks. We could push up to 2640 and get stopped. So I got to really decide if I'm going to try to battle that pivot there. Yeah, we got long at 30 GB. We got long off of this 5-minute candle. This is one of my favorite ways to get long is whenever you get a very bullish or bearish 5-minute candle, and the very next candle you get this nice little wick here, and then I try to long as soon as it pops back above this candle, if I can, unless it happens too fast. Then sometimes it happens too fast. Probably a pullback to, say, the 46 here. You're probably going to get a pullback to the 50. So if this comes back and stops out my runner, what we'll do is if it goes lower, we'll just look for another entry. There's your 21 EMA on the Rico candles. This is where you want to see it pop back up. There's the pop back up. Let's see if it's going to continue. The algo is cleaning up the messy stuff up to the top. You've been in your entry since 411? Oh, very nice, man. Shoot, that's a long ways down there. I know, I wish I'd have hopped in on this candle right here instead. But man, it was so hard to take this long again into the previous day low. Push. Find the power. What's up, Solo? Yeah, I know we have a pivot here sitting at 705, so I don't even know if I'll be able to get up there because I have to head out this morning also, guys. So the latest I could probably stay on is what? About another 45 minutes. So 45 minutes. All right, we're at the whole number. Very tough price action this morning. We're only up $50 or $60 and basically $97 in the fundeds today. So very, very tough this morning to trade the fundeds. So we just took those little victories and just put them away. I didn't want to get my fundeds ate up with all this choppy price action that we were having this morning. This is a eval that we're trading at the moment. Almost just want to take my 100 points possibly and just walk away at the 26 here. Yeah, the price action was tough this morning. I was to the point where I was just taking 10-point scalps. I wasn't even looking for big moves. Every single trade this morning was just ran. Ooh, that music's so loud over there. I think I will. I was shooting for farther up, but you know what? I'm just going to settle for the 30s. I was taking a little bit of beating on my take profit. So we started a take profit challenge today. And that was the one that you saw me taking those losses back and forth. That was from the Take Profit Trader account this morning. I think this thing is actually going to up to the 800s personally. Yeah, Nick said he had a rough night last night during the Asia session. We got that pivot sitting at the 30s. I'm just going to go and just see if I can get out at the 30s. This way we at least lock in 50 points. I don't want to let this thing run up almost 100 points and not take anything out of it because it sweeps back down on me. Because sometimes we don't quite make it to that pivot. We'll hit like, say, 5 or 10 points below it. Got about 50 seconds left, and we could easily get a pullback to 84 here. That's kind of where your 21 EMA is sitting on your Rico candles at the 84, 85. Sounds good, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck the rest of the day. No, there's the 80. I knew it was going to hit the freaking 85. If we can't hold the 80, 85 here and start pushing back up right here, we're probably going back down to the 50s. So you got to have it hold here. This is why we just went ahead and just took our 50 points in case it does pull back. I don't want to get up this much and not at least take 100, something out of it. Back above 90, it should squeeze. don't want to lose the 84s here. Hold up, 84s. No. It's right there at it, man. Oh, it looks like it just ran that previous low. Okay, good. We were able to survive that one. That was close. I'm talking about right to the tick, too. I don't know if we'll be able to get it survive a second push. A second push is going to put us all the way back down at 51. Come on, let's get through the 600s. If we can print on my Rico candles above 600s, we should get the final push. We're battling the 600s at the moment. I know it looks a little sloppy over here, but the Rico candles don't look too bad. They keep it kind of clean. Ah, damn it. Like I said, if we lose those 80, 85s, you're probably going to get a push back down to the 50s. Oh, there she comes. She's changing colors on me. Come on. Whew. Still battling those, what it is, that's where my 21 and 9 EMA are kind of smashed together between that 83 and 88. Yeah. So close. I don't think it's going to have too many more pushes, guys. It can't just keep pushing down there and not get through that. You know how that goes. You only get a couple pushes. Come on, Bulls. There you go. We need the Bulls to step in. Woo, that was so close. Come on, keep pushing. We need the Bulls. We got it back above the whole number. Let's at least get the 25 pushed up to the 30. We should hit our target up there. All right, we're going to at least lock in 60 points. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 50 points. All right, we're going to start following this because we're so close to our profit. It could pull back down to 96 here, 93, 96, yeah, 93, 96. You really want to see the 08s hold up if it's going to push back, pull back any. We're right there at that next pivot, guys. I'm talking about right there. It's at 27. Ah, dang it, dude. I thought it was a little bit higher. It's actually sitting at, no, never mind, 31. Let's see. It's right there at that freaking pivot. Just a few. Oh, got it. All right, there's the pivot. Let's see if we blast through the pivot or we get rejection right there. I didn't want to battle that next pivot, guys. That's why. Rejection. There's that pivot hit. Let's see if we can get through it. We get through that pivot. I don't see how we don't go to the 800s up there. I just didn't want to battle that pivot. All right, so that put us up 416 and one funded. That was a funded, I mean, not funded, eval trade. Unfortunately, it was an eval trade. So, dude, if we break above this next pivot, find support, man, I don't see how you cannot. It's almost like I said, I have to get off the charts in a minute, and I just didn't want to battle the pivot. We could easily start pushing back down off this pivot here. Just got to be careful here. And like I said, I didn't want to fight it. We probably could have almost took a short the pivot and just look for like a little 10-point trade or something. Those feel like those work really well for 10-point trades sometimes. Woo, we're about to blast another pivot, guys. I don't see how we don't go up to the 800s. The reason why I keep saying the 800s, remember the midnight candle, guys? Remember how I did have my price target all the way up at 800? So we are probably heading back to that midnight candle up at 811, 800s. But like I said, we have to kind of head off in a few minutes, and I didn't want to battle the pivot. The nicer entry would have been this one. If the market wasn't so crappy, this was a nice candle to enter. But when it was wicking like this, it scares you off of the entries. So we had to end up waiting, almost 60, 80 points to pop this pivot before we could enter. But it made it so tough to enter here, even though this was a nice looking green candle with a nice little wick on it. So these are the type of 5-minute candles I like to enter on. This is why you see me pulling my pivot on these big candles like this, because I'm just looking for us to not pull back more than, say, 20% of the candle. Or 30 to whatever, 20 to 30%. I bet you this one barely pulled back at all before it started ripping. Looks like you probably got 10%. So if I had 10% on here, that's probably the 10% mark right there that we pulled back on this kind of candle. These are my favorite type 5 minutes to enter on, where you got a full body, small wick, little baby wick, where it just shows that kind of pull back and enter. We entered right as it broke back above this wick here at 29. So that's how we entered that last trade. Oh yeah, non-farm payrolls this Friday. Non-farm payrolls this Friday. Shoot, everybody's going to have to go to work and pay for all the funded evals they lost today, Nick. It was an insane day today, man. It was seek and destroy so bad. I was struggling to get 10 points. It was like 10 points, pop back. 10 points, pop back. Almost, it seemed like every trade for that first hour was just insane. Oh, goodness. Oh. Look at the pivot pain. You're already, 15 points. Does anybody in here else trade off the pivot levels? I stopped using them there for a while, but I started back again. There's such good levels to trade off of. Dude, I knew you had a crazy session, Fish Lips, with all the back and forth and wick action. That's like prime Fish Lip strategy there, man, with the 25 bounces, the 75 bounces. Like, it was just insane. Did you able, I'm sorry I missed your message, GB. I was targeting that wick at 730. But above, if you can get above the, 630. If you can get above the 630 here, I feel like we push up to the 800s. I didn't want to battle the wick. I mean the pivot. That's why we just went ahead and just took our profit. Man, this looks like it's trying to create a little bull flag here, guys. What, maybe a retest of the 500s, maybe? 600s, I'm sorry, 600s. Wow, look at the pivot paying the bills. Maybe one day we'll find the courage and try to short some of these pivots. Went from pivot to pivot, guys. First pivot, long bias. Remember, I said my long bias was above the 477s, 480s, back above the previous day low, and that pivot sitting on top of each other. So as soon as I was able to find a entry long here, this is what we were longing above here. And then I knew that first target was going to be kind of iffy if we could get through those 630s, because that's where the next pivot is. And I just used basically just an indicator for the levels here for pivots. I do use the ones with the Fibonacci pivots. So these aren't the standard pivots. If you go into your settings on pivots in your trading view, if you are using pivots, and just change it to Fibonacci. And so we use the Fibonacci ones. And if you can be patient enough, you can find trades in between these pivots and just use them as your stop loss. Even this short this morning, but it was moving so fast that I just couldn't catch it. So that's the reason why I struggled catching this, because it just pops so fast. Yeah, but it's some of those days, fish slips, that those big drawdowns where you're able to survive because of those micros. Those minis will just put a dent. Because there's a lot of those days, man, like where it's just going through. I mean, I can imagine. Think of a mini on a 75-point pullback, 3 or 4 levels, man. That's like, what, $1,500 for one mini. 50 points is $1,000 with one mini. So it'd be insane. You got to have some pretty big accounts. You probably have to get like them $300,000 accounts where you have like $20,000 in drawdown fish lips. So like I said, these were the levels. Oh, you need about a $200,000 cash account. Dude, last night look at this crap. Last night we were talking about this 67 level. We hit that 67 level one more time right before I ended my stream, and that was the high there. Look at that pivot last night in the Asia session. We hit that 67. And I was wondering if we were going to run this AM low yesterday, because I was saying it, man, if we can get below the 800s, there is nothing holding us up last night from basically moving to the lows of the AM session from yesterday. That was probably going to be my last trade there, guys. Like I said, I have to get off the stream here in a few minutes. But we'll be back for the Tokyo session. But we'll only be trading evals when we're in the Tokyo session, guys. So we'll probably be working on our Bewley account. We're about halfway of passing our 6 Bewley accounts. I've been struggling to get. I had another one fairly close, but my Bewley account got messed up whenever I tried to trade the opening Sunday night. I got stuck. My account got stuck in a trade, and the time I was able to get it out, I was already down like $1,200. So from now on, I will not trade the opening with Bulanox. It would have to, the market would have to be open for a little while. There's just some prop firms that does not do good with the openings. Like they lag. Man, that looks like a bull flag here, guys. Ugh. We're going to break even fairly quick on this crap. It's just 2 micro trade here, guys. 2 micros. I couldn't get through that pivot again. I'm going to have to walk away after this one. Get through there. Oh, yeah. She got through there. She's uptown now, guys. She got through the pivot. Blast. I'm going to shoot just for the 50. I'm not trying to be nothing here, like I said. Come on. We hung on. Dude, come on. The 25 is going to have to get retested, isn't it? Dude, we get above that pivot, we're blasting. Come on. Just like before. Nope. We gave it a world. I saw that. I mean, it still may go. I just saw this big wick. We had a bull flag. It was so hard not to take that. It's probably going to go without me now. Oh, you think we need to hit the 500 then pump? Ooh, that's a long ways back down there, man. This is MNQ. Clean up below. Oh, disappointing. All we was able to do is get 10 points. Guys, most of my entries you see me take on my micros, I mean my evals are always 10 points and runners. Breakout trading is the hardest thing to follow online. I don't ever recommend following anybody that's taking breakout trades unless you're taking breakouts at the same time. The reason why I say that is because there's like a 5 or 6 second delay on YouTube. Yeah, those breakouts. That's why I look for the 10 points, man. I just try to knock out the 10 points. Okay, that has to be my last trade. I can't be taking no more. I'm going to end up getting myself in trouble. I should have stopped a while ago. All right, so with the take, this is my first day trading this take profit trader. We're up 120. First day trading the elusive funded. We're up 100. That 100-point move that we took a while ago, that was on a eval with Bulanox. And I only got 60 bucks, 57 bucks on my one funded that we still need $1,000 to get the payout. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get our other funded account back. Then we'll start working on those two probably together. Do you know my funded FX? I'm not sure. Is that trading the currencies, Masters? Like FX, or is that just what it's called? FX. Funded FX. Fish lips, I have no idea what kind of trouble I would get in if I tried to trade minis, man. If I traded minis on my accounts, these things would be wrecked so fast. Oh, it's trying to push through the pivot here. Now that I'm not in it, it'll probably go through this pivot here and push up to the previous day open up here at the 80s, or run this wick here. This is the top of the 4-hour candle at 60. Then you got the other top of the hour candle way up there at 760s. What's the weather like outside today? Almost 70 degrees. Nice. Oh, yeah, I've heard of funded futures. I've never used one of their accounts. Oh, wait, my funded future. Yeah, I've heard of them. I missed the my. Sorry about that, Masters. All I saw was the end of the sentence where it said funded futures. I thought there was a prop firm named Funded Futures, but I didn't see my funded futures. Yes, definitely heard of my funded futures. Is that who you're trading with, Masters? All right, so it looks like we're just pretty much consolidating right below this pivot here. I thought, man, when we wicked above it that we were going to get a blast, but, man, that thing found support. Dirty, 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 guys. And the EMAs on my Rico candles are pretty much back into consolidation. Right now, you have your 9, your 21, and 50 all just kind of stacked on top of each other. How's your trading been going today, Masters? Have you been having an okay day? This morning was pretty wild morning. Hopefully most of you guys were at least able to survive. If you wouldn't over leveraged, you probably could have got by with smaller losses or just quick 10, 15 points. All right, here we go. So it's probably going to leave us behind because I'm not going to retake this again. Now, what would make this look really nice if it prints right here above the 50 and you get that little wick back into the pivot there. But don't know if we get that or not, though. I just don't see how we don't at least run the top of the... Did we run this? Let me see. Nope, not quite. It looks like we hit what? 53. You would think that we want to run this previous 4-hour candle here, or hourly candle, wherever how you like to look at it. So all 4 of these boxes make up a hourly candle. Then if you're looking at the bigger picture, this makes up your next 4-hour candle. Like I said, I like to see us run higher time frames for entries. So like on this one, we ran the previous hourly candle and the 4-hour candle before we basically went back up to the moon here. All right, here comes your next 4-hour candle. Like I said, if I didn't have to leave, I would probably take this on my eval if this thing would pull back, find some resistance off that pivot. Because I feel like we go all the way up to 800 by the end of the day. And that's your midnight candle. I started watching that midnight candle a couple weeks ago, and it seems like we always retrace back to that midnight candle. It says, can you buy stocks or sells it whenever you want, right? I'm not doing stocks. We are doing futures. We are trading on MNQ, which is the micros of the NASDAQ. So micros on the NASDAQ are like $2 a point or 50 cents a tick. Or if you trade the regular NASDAQ, which is $5 a tick or $20 a point. And since I'm trading on smaller accounts, I'm trading on 25Ks and 50Ks. I can't really use the minis because the minis will just wreck you. So this is kind of the play we were looking for a while ago. We thought we would get the push above that pivot to that previous day open there at the 84s. So nice if you're able to hold that. I was not able to. So, and like I said, I definitely feel like we're going to the 800s here. That midnight candle is a magnet. You can almost pick your bias based on that midnight candle. And this is just from watching that midnight candle for the last few weeks. Or not the candle, the opening. And I also think that's one of ICT things too. If you follow ICT, I think he uses the midnight candle for one of his strategies. I couldn't tell you what that was because I've only heard someone talk about it briefly. What time is it? Oh yeah, we got to head out, guys. It's I got 10 minutes max. I only can stay on till 12 at the moment. I had to run an errand real quick this morning or this evening. Hopefully you were able to at least keep your funded account safe today. If you did have problems, hopefully it was just on evals or something. To me, I don't usually get my feelings hurt whenever I mess up a eval, but I definitely don't like jacking up one of my funded. So we usually trade our fundeds very, very tight when we're trading those in the mornings. And like I said, the price action was horrible this morning. And that's because of the like 50-point pullbacks and stuff, man. Like those big, the big swings were just killing people. But a lot of trades today. I feel like we took a lot of eval trades, if anything. We only took, I think, 3 funded trades total. We took 2 on the Elusive account and 1 on the Bewley account. Everything else was eval trading. Dude, you're talking about that 411? Yeah. I could not take that long into that pivot down there at the 477s, man. So I had to wait for that second candle. So that's why I didn't get such a good entry. I wasn't going to battle that pivot. Nice if you're able to hold this pivot. Like I said, this is another entry. If I wasn't getting off, I would have liked this entry here. So a lot of times if you can get a push through your pivot and let that next candle print and see if you can get a little wick on it. I like to long off, especially when we're close to the pivots and you have a very tight stop loss because you can have your stop loss right below that pivot. And if the pivot fails, it's not a good trade. Wow, look at that nasty wick there. Did someone say something? That was what was that? That was almost like a 50-point wick. Holy crazy. Insane. All right. Thank you guys for watching today. And we will be back later tonight for the Asia session for the Tokyo Open. So the only good big trade that we have today came on this Bewley funded, that was the 100-point trade that we got from 530. We were long from 530 all the way to this pivot. So everything else was just little small trades. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys tonight for the Tokyo opening. Thank you. I have to find all my things to hit the stop button on. I got so many openings.